listen to what Abhishek says, and then what you read through the modules. But most important thing is you need to understand what those modules are all about. Once you have an idea, so you need to build up a story within you so that it really matters during the time of interview.
Thank you, Prashant. So floor is open. Prashant, you can introduce yourself. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about your journey with MediPharm Solutions. When did you join? When did you complete? What was your marketing process? When did you get the job? How many interviews? All those things. It's no filter call.
Okay. Yeah, my name is Dr. Prashant Chandramani. I have a PhD from Germany. I entered into the United States in 2006. Ever since I've been working as a scientist in different universities. Until recently, I was working in Central Michigan University, and then I came across different people working in clinical research, and then I used to talk to them. I used to know the concept of pharmacovigilance. And then I was thinking to dive into that area until I found Dr. Abhishek Pidi in MediPharm Solutions. So then we had a conversation, and then I came to know there is a course to learn drug safety and pharmacovigilance. And I've been through that course. It was one of the fantastic course. I mean, there are a lot of modules in that. Where you can learn basics, where you can learn the hardcore concepts of drug safety and pharmacovigilance, along with Argus software. I mean, it was fantastic journey. The most important thing, just like I said before, is understand what Dr. Abhishek Pidi says, and then go through the modules, and then try to come up with an idea. So what you want to understand from those modules. So once you get to know about those modules, the concept, the terms about adverse events, serious adverse events, and then what is all about, different terms like investigation brochure, and then many different terms that you will come across. But you need to know, the definition of that. You need to understand what's the meaning of that. So once you get to know those, I mean, it's going to be really very good for you guys, so that you can face the interview. So once I completed the course, what happened was, we started.
When did you complete the course, Prashant?
I completed in the month of March 30th.
Okay.
I was about to complete before itself, but there was a sad thing happened in our family. My mother passed away, and then so I was in depression, and then it took a little bit of time for me to continue with the course, and then somehow I completed the course. Later, I designed my CV, and then we started to apply, and then I got applied for different companies, and then the first one what I came across was a company in New Jersey. Do I need to tell the company name?
No.
Okay, so that company actually, I was hyper, just because I thought most probably I can do that, I can crack it. And then I attended the interview, and then the questions what they were asking me, I mean, it was deeply hardcore that I felt really uncomfortable, and then I tried to answer, and then that was the first stage of attending an interview in drug safety and pharmacovigilance. Once you get that touch, so I got one more interview from a different company, and then that really made me comfortable. So whatever the questions that they were asking, I was completely up to the mark, and then I answered each and every question. And then there were 2 rounds, and then both of them were successful. But unfortunately, I thought I will get a job, but they had somebody internally, a candidate, and then they offered that position to that person. I came to know about it, but I did not break my confidence. Like after that interview, I mean, I caught up to Abhishek, and then I said, well, I did a fantastic job. I mean, I will get the job. I mean, later I came to know, I mean, you should not be excited. I mean, you just want to keep on applying. It's really very important. So I kept on applying, and then it went for a while, for like 1 month, and then all happened. Like many recruiters tried to contact me, and then I got like 4 or 5 interviews lined up, And then I faced the first one, and then that got success, and then I got a job offer. So, and then there are, like 2 or 3 interviews which are in line, but still I would like to attend that. But, I already got a job offer, and then it was really fantastic.
You got two job offers, don't forget.
Yeah, I got 2 job offers. Sorry. And then what I would like to tell you guys is the most important thing after finishing up this course, make sure that you try to communicate with the recruiters in a really good way. So, I mean, it all depends on your communication. So once you try to talk to them, in a particular way that, what they want, I think that will build up some kind of, confidence between you 2 guys, and then they will take initiative, and then they will try to, submit your resume, and then they will look forward to help you guys. In other ways, the talent acquisition personnel from a company, they will contact you, and then they will just, have a preliminary phone interview. In that phone interview, they will just only ask, what is your experience in the current company? So, what job that you are doing in the current company? Well, what are the roles and responsibilities? After that, once they come to know that you are conversating with them in a really good way, they will go to the next step, and then you go to the other step, and then so you keep on going until they offer you a job. It's really very important. So these are my experiences. So having this, let me know if you have any questions. I would like to answer that.
Congratulations, Prashant.
Thank you so much.
Very happy for you. I have been following when I joined this course. In some of the calls, I have been following you, that how you are trying in the marketing calls and all.
Right.
It's good to hear that you got a job. And what can I know? What's the role?
Yeah, my role is I work as a drug safety scientist in a company. So
you can say the company that you're
I can say the company name. So it's a Johnson & Johnson company.
Oh, good. Very nice.
Right.
So scientist is a level above the associate role, right?
That's right. Yep.
Do you mind sharing your range of your salary? I don't want the exact one, but just what's the range is? Oh, if you don't mind.
You're asking about the salary?
Salary range, yes.
Salary range.
You see, the most important thing, these things, I think it's better to discuss with Abhishek, especially because he's the most experienced person with that. I used to ask him about this, and then so I used to get trained by him. I think it would be better to ask him. But always, when recruiters call you, you need to have one particular figure in your mind, and then maybe you can come down a little. Maybe you can try to convince them. But if they don't budge, you can just stick on to that, and then try to go according to the offer. So
just to give you an idea, see the way Prashant is talking, some of the words you guys might not understand everything, but what it is once you get into marketing, once you complete this course and understand the subject and all those things, we have a separate marketing call once every week on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. So every day from Monday to Friday, we have something going on from 6 to 9. So we will have marketing calls, and we will also, get all the students who are in marketing together. Like exactly how you have a class right now on Argus is exactly what we are going to have tomorrow for the marketing group. So in that, we discuss about all these little nitty-gritty things that you need to be aware of. So again, I cannot tell the pay scale and everything, but I can tell you it's in the high 120s to 140s. That's what I can tell you. And it depends on the candidate. It's not entirely on the company. If they really see the potential in you, they might hire you for the next position that you are getting your paycheck right now. And that has happened many times. So it will take some time for you guys to understand, but I just don't want to steal any more time from Prashant. We have 12 minutes before we end the call. So please feel free to ask any question.
Sorry, doctor, thank you for your, your help and your, sharing your experience.
I have a
I
question.
remember when Dr. Abi talked to us,
I
he
have,
tried to give a picture of a scale or a slope of salary scale, so to say. I can't remember the levels or the way he distributed it. Now, in the case of your own offer, you said it was, it is a drug safety, scientist. Now, with respect to that slope of scale, I remember there was the one at the lower scale, which you put at between 70 and maybe 75. I can't remember. So I'm trying to now imagine which, of those scale that being a drug safety scientist, which one does it fall into? I remember there was going towards the higher scale. That was where you start having the 120 and so on. So based on his own appointment and then that slope, please, Dr. Abi, can you just share, or maybe he will do to answer that question?
No, Prashant can do that.
All right.
Yeah, actually, it all depends on your skills and experience, on how you attend the interviews, how you talk to the recruiters, how you talk to the hiring manager. It all revolves around that. Also, I can't really disclose, my pay scale, but what I can recommend you is you need to. I think there are so many websites which are available. You can go to those websites like Glassdoor.com, and then you can just check how much they offer in nationwide, or else in that company for that particular position. You can have a idea about how much they offer for that position. In addition to that, it all depends on your intelligence. It all depends on how do you try to communicate with the recruiters, and then how do you try to respond to the persons in the interview. It revolves around that.
Thank you.
But don't worry about the salaries. I mean, the most important thing is you might
That's
want to,
what people with jobs say all the time.
No, I mean, the first thing, so what I would like to tell you is, don't worry about the salary. The most important thing is you need to acquire this knowledge. This drug safety and pharmacovigilance is really hot, outside. I mean, imagine me as a PhD student. I mean, I've been in research many years, and then I couldn't come out of the university to apply for jobs in the industry because I wanted to work in industry. It used to be really pain in the neck. I used to talk to many people before, and then none of them were helping me until I came across, Abhishek, Dr. Abhishek. He really, told me to go through this course, and then, we can think about, applying for jobs later. So when I attended the course, when I just, tried to learn the concept of drug safety and pharmacovigilance, I really made myself comfortable. And then I made my mind that, don't go to bench work in scientific research, but stick on to drug safety and pharmacovigilance, because the modules are designed in such a way that, it really shines light on you, so that, you will be packed up, and then you will be trained in such a way that so you can attend any interviews, and then you can, expect whatever the salary that you're looking for.
All right. Thank you. Now, sorry, I'm going to ask.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Go ahead.
Now,
Yeah.
apart from the modules, the training you got here, was there any other effort on your part?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And
yeah.
What are those things, so that we also can follow suit even as we starting?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I would like to do like this. I mean, I used to attend the modules, and then I used to try to understand what Dr. Abhishek was teaching us. I used to make notes, and then at the same time, if I didn't understand what I used to do, I used to ask questions to Dr. Abhishek, and then in the next class, or I used to go to Google. I used to go through some, I used to make some searches, and then I used to learn more, in spare time, and then I used to get trained in that way. I mean, modules, it's okay. You can get knowledge from that. But if you want to go higher than that, like broader than that, if you want to make yourself comfortable, so I mean, you need to really, try to do other activities too, apart from models. So taking notes is really very important. And then hearing what Dr. Abhishek explains, each and every word is really very important, because those things matters during the time of interview. I tell you, 100%.
No, I agree with you because I'm already picking up some of in this
Okay.
course of lecturing. He's already
Yeah.
telling us by experience certain
Great.
things that may come our ways, and I'm
Yeah.
also trying to pick up that. Thank you for your information. Thanks.
Could you share your notes that you composed on the course with some of us?
Share the notes, I mean, right now.
But maybe email them or something like this, sir.
Well, I mean, it's all scribbled in a notebook. I mean, well, I mean, I will look forward for doing that sometimes. Yeah.
Dr. Prashant, I have a question.
Yeah.
How long you got training in J&J before you start your actual role?
Well, you know what, Shama, I just got the offer yesterday.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought
And
you
then, so
already joined.
Yeah, I mean, I got the offer yesterday, and then today I got one more offer. And then I was thinking somewhere which might be better. And then afterwards I decided J&J should be the better option. And now, before attending the meetings, I mean, I got some paperwork to, to be done for Johnson & Johnson. I did not go through those papers, and then still I have to, look into that.
Okay. Thank you.
Dr. Prashant, how did
Yeah.
you prepare for behavioral questions? Is more the questions asked on modules or behavioral side?
Behavioral questions, there were many. I mean, I tell you, there was one company where they interviewed for a senior scientist writing position. Well, guys from Europe, right? I mean, they speak more. Dr. Abhishek actually warned me before, those guys could be, talkative. And then it turned out to be the same thing. And then they were asking more behavioral questions rather than technical questions. And then, what I tell, from my experience, I mean, because I faced many interviews before in scientific research, I mean, I can answer those questions. But for you guys, I think you might want to put some questions. It's such a basic questions like, tell me about yourself. Like, if there is any tougher situation, how do you handle that? Or else, where do you want to stand in, like, where do you want to be in like 5 years? All those questions, there are some books which are available, or else you can go to the internet, you can Google those questions, and then you can just, find the answers, and then don't follow those answers which are provided in the websites. I mean, you need to come up with your own answers, right? And then you can just frame up, and then you be ready. So always practicing is really very important before the interview. I mean, me consider, as many experience, like since from 2006 until 2020, I myself prepare before the interview. So I stand, I just, be in the empty room. I practice, those answers, how it needs to come out from my mouth. And then, I go, in that way. It all basics. I mean, don't worry about the behavioral questions. Behavioral questions are one of the easiest one, but the most important is you have to frame those questions, and then you need to think, what can you say? I mean, even if it is a stupid answer, don't worry about it. The most important thing, so what they consider is, how do you respond to that? That's it.
Can you share us some good sites or some YouTube videos how to prepare those?
I mean, there are from Indeed, there are from LinkedIn, but just like I said, type that question in Google, like, where I want to stand in 5 years, and then the answer pops up, in so many hits. So go to one site and then see what the answer is, and then get an idea so what you can answer, and then frame up your own answer. And then, in that way, you can just, pick up some really commonly asked, behavioral questions, and then you can be ready with that. And then also behavioral questions in the point of PV and drug safety. I mean, I was asked, like, if you have a few cases, I mean, what are you going to do in the department? And then one more was, how does a colleague,
Conflict?
sorry?
Is it a conflict with coworker, something like that?
Oh, no. I mean, I was thinking one more question. I mean, that was really, I mean, I felt really, uncomfortable answering that. But, they asked me, how does your colleague, describe you in a negative way? I mean,
Feedback?
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, not feedback, but something like, if they say positive about you, how about your colleagues say the other side, like negative side,
Constructive
right?
criticism or something.
Not constructive criticism, but, like, what do you say? Like weakness. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, when you go to your work, right? So when you are in a job, so you have weakness, you have some kind of, positivity in you. So people can say positivity about you, but weakness, those are also really very important. I mean, people will ask you that. So, I mean, how does your colleague rate your weakness? I mean, is there any weakness that your colleague wants to said about you or something like that? So, I mean, those are the questions. I mean, it's really very easy. I mean, need not to worry about that. So, but, all you need to, make a note of those questions and then put an answer beside the, on the besides, or else, on the down, and then some, and try to, um, what do you say? Try
Memorize.
to, yeah, memorize, and then, go with that. So, I mean, it's very easy. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Is there a separate round for behavioral questions or along with the technical round?
Along with technical rounds, I mean, there will be behavioral questions. I mean, all of them are mixed. I mean, that's what I experienced.
Okay.
So you said it was 2 rounds of interview, right? One was telephonic and the second one is in person.
Majority of them, the first round would be talent acquisition manager, or somebody will call you and then they will screen you. How do you communicate with them?
Mhm.
So once they get to know that you are fit to that position,
Mhm.
the next thing would be they will try to, come back to you, and then they will ask you, we would like to schedule for another round of interview. That could be a phone call, or else it could be a video call.
Okay.
So for the video call, how you need to get prepared for that. So there could be 2 persons, there could be 3 persons, depending on the team whom they want to interview, and then it goes like that.
Okay. So they
I mean,
never call you for in person, or they call you?
Oh no, till now they haven't called me in person, just because of COVID conditions. Everything is going, through video call, video conference.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, the most important, point what I would like to give you for you guys is never get nervous, never ever get scared or something like that. I mean, this is normal, right? I mean, wherever you go outside, so I mean, you meet people, you talk to them, it is just like that, right? But before that, modules are the place to begin.
Yeah.
Once you get the knowledge through the modules, and then listen what Dr. Abhishek PD is saying, those words also matters, because what I experienced was during the time of interview, I really used to match what Dr. Abhishek PD used to say in the modules. And then I used to come across, well, whatever he said, so that was right. I mean, they were asking that, right?
Good. Thank you.
Any other questions, guys?
Yeah, so just a quick question.
Yeah.
So when you came for the classes, did you come prepared for the modules beforehand and then you attended the lectures, or you just attended the lectures very carefully and that's it?
Yeah, I mean, I used to do like this. I mean, I never used to come pre-prepared, but
Okay.
I used to go somewhere and then I used to come back to the modules. I used to sit, and then, I used to listen to what Dr. Abhishek Puri was explaining to us. Because, I really give credit to him, because, he really opened my mind, in the field of for learning, this drug safety and pharmacovigilance thing, because I didn't have any idea about this, but his modules really helped me so much. So, to be in this stage, for facing the interview, until the stage where I faced the interview and then got the job offer. I mean, it really helped his guidance a lot.
Okay, so you attended the lectures and then went over and read the stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
Just like I said before, I mean, you attend the classes and then make sure you just note it down, right?
Yep.
So just note down some important points, I mean, where you didn't understand, so you can just raise that question, or else, if you feel that point is really important. So say, for example, if he's just explaining, so what is the definition of adverse events or serious adverse events? So these things, if you don't understand, try to ask him once again, so he will try to explain to you. Also, you can just, frame it out, on a piece of paper, and then try to understand that concept. It's really very important. It's not like untoward medical condition, blah, 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 blah. I mean, that's a definition. Everybody can read that. But what's the meaning of that definition?
Correct. Got it.
It's really very important.
Yeah. Thank you so much, and congratulations once again.
Yeah, thank you so much. Also, guys, try to make sure that you learn about expectedness, seriousness, and then causality assessments. I mean, these things are really very important. I mean, I haven't seen anybody asking questions about Argus or else WHO drug dictionary and then other stuff, but make sure that you learn, these three assessments, and then try to know what you did in your previous experience, so that, you really feel comfortable talking to a recruiter, or else, the people who are interviewing you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr.
Yeah.
Prashant.
Make a story of it. Just try to make a story of it. Take a help from Dr. Abhishek. Make a story about, how you are, in your day-to-day activities in a company. So that will really help you in any interviews. I mean, I can tell you.
Scientist role means you must have been prepared for aggregate reporting, signal detection, all those areas also, right?
I mean, for that, well, I haven't really, because people used to ask me about aggregate reporting and then stuff like signal detection. What I said was, for signal detection, I mean, I helped a drug safety physician in procuring the signals through databases. For aggregate reporting, so I mean, I made a summary of narratives. So that's it. I wrote a summary of narratives. I mean, they will not go beyond that. But make sure that, so you don't give one single word answer, you need to frame a sentence, right? Sentence or two. If you can't frame two sentences, at least you make sentence, right? I think you will learn everything, when you complete this course. Dr. Abhishek will teach you how to answer these questions, but make sure that you don't answer in a single word. That's really, very important. These are the things what I learned from Dr. Abhishek.
So how many interviews you have been attended so far?
So far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 interviews.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. The second one, I mean, that was one of my favorite, but, I did not get that. But, anyways, next time.
So is this a contract one or full time? Is it good to ask? Or?
This is a full-time position.
Oh. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Dr. Prashant.
Yeah.
Sorry about your loss, and congratulations on your job.
No problem. Thanks. Yeah.
Do you think an official certification of this course added value to your resume? Like on paper?
Yeah, I mean, certainly. I mean, you can just put that, you have a certification for this course. But the most important thing, what it matters on your resume is, your experience, what you put on your resume. And then that's related to the course, right? I mean, certificate, actually, it really, helps you, but, the experience, what you add in your resume, I mean, that really matters. Depending on that, the recruiters will pick up, and then they will just try to contact you. Or else, if you just go through job websites, the company guys, they will contact you depending on that.
I see. Thank you.
Yeah. Any questions, guys? Anything? Any stupid questions? No problem.
Oh, is it going to be a remote job?
It's a remote job. It's 100% remote. They asked me whether I can travel to Pennsylvania. I just said that, so I mean, I can't do that. So then they said, well, we can offer you a remote position.
Oh, that's nice.
Good.
Yeah.
Let's
Really.
have lunch on a Wednesday, Prashant.
Huh?
Let's
Sorry?
have lunch on a Wednesday so we can catch some movie on a Wednesday evening.
Yeah, sure,
There's,
definitely.
there's absolutely no one on a Wednesday evening. You go to AMC, they give you popcorn for free. I always do that. I just go on a Wednesday afternoon, 2:30 show. No one.
Right.
The whole
No
theater
one.
is my personal theater.
Yeah, similar thing happened to me. So I mean, one day I've been to a theater, and then so I just wanted to see one regional movie. When I entered into the theater, I thought most probably there will be many people, because that was the first day of the release, and then it happened to be that was only me.
All right, guys. So thank you so much, Prashant, for taking time talking to everyone.
Right.
If there is any questions, what I will ask is, I will send out Prashant's email with his permission to everyone. Akila will email you. You can, ask him any questions if you have. But again, the whole point of having this many job placements last month and the previous months is the number of interviews Prashant has done that actually falls into what we always keep repeating: 10-5-2, 10-5-2. You have 10 phone screens, you have 5 interviews face to face, you get 2 offers. And I keep telling this number from my webinar when you started the course to now, because everyone will fall into, whether you're a PhD, MD, pharmacist, no background, with the background, smart, not smart, really doesn't matter. If you put your efforts into the modules and just enjoy the classes, get to know how to conceptualize this course, you will get the interviews. So the only thing is you just have to communicate what you learned.
That's right. 100%.
That's as simple as it is.
Guys, it's very easy. Don't worry about it. So, I mean, just follow what Dr. Abhishek says. You need not worry about it. You will get it what you want. If I can do, you can do it, definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Prashant.
No problem. Yeah. Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Guys,
Thank
stay
you.
back.
Good luck to you too.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
All of you stay back, Prashant.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
All right. Bye.
We're going to miss you, but bye bye.
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 All right. So there are some questions from the module. I don't normally look at the chat, but today I did. I just want to quickly go over this, please. So we have 5 minutes. I mean, we are already above time because we have one more class. But I just want to take this 5 minutes to go over these questions really quickly. What is blinding status? So blinding status is nothing but when you have a clinical trial, it can be randomized double-blinded study where the investigator or the investigator and the sponsor doesn't know what the patient has taken. The only person who is able to know if the patient has taken a placebo or the drug is the biostatistician and the person who is mixing the drug for administration. So these are the 2 people who will know the drug or a placebo. So that is the blinding status. Either it is double blinded or it is open study. Open study is everyone knows whether the suspect drug is given or not. Is that clear?
Yes.
Cool. So the other thing is okay. If the old cases have 2020, should you change it to 2021? No. You don't change any case numbers. Once it is there, whether it is 2010 or 2001, they still remain the year they were actually kind of booked in. You don't change the case numbers. Okay, case numbers are not like dates. Case numbers are case numbers. And
I gotta follow.
Yeah, Brian, go ahead.
The old documents, like for the first one, it says the CT-MPS-001. And when I did the 2 zeros in front of the one it wouldn't take, I had to do MPS-01. And then I can.
This is a configuration thing. Don't worry about that. As
Okay,
long as you follow the trend, it will be okay.
Got you. Thank you.
All right. So Kefi, I'm not sure like why you're not able to see the book-in. Like this is the share screen I'm showing you. As you can see, the July 2021 case processing book-in, we have a video from last class. You should be able to look at this. Try to refresh your screen, log out, log in. You should see this. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for that. And I will see you, I believe, on Thursday. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you,
So much.
Abhishek.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Dr.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.